This is the first lunch break stream of the new week. This is the week that Fallout 4 comes. No, wait, not Fallout 4. That's next week. It's Call of Duty. Call of Duty Black Ops 3. That's the week that comes out. So I'm going to cut this intro out because I look like an idiot. So
Coglops the Third, as we like to call it.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Ian's here. He's going to be making a robot. We're actually going to be playing Galak-Z.
Yep.
While Ian builds a robot. Right now, Ian's eating, and so that's not quite as conducive to robot games. So I'm going to screw around a little bit in Nuclear Throne until Ian's done eating, and then we're going to play Galak-Z.
All right.
By the way, check out what I can do. If I grab XSplit and I slide it over onto the active desktop. Whoa! 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 Okay, sorry. I'm probably more impressed by that than anybody else is, but I thought that was cool. Where did I hide Nuclear Throne?
I've been there. That arch.
Oh yeah, I have not. Actually, this is part of the I think it's
so
one of the
hot.
random desktop images. So I wonder, should I try to play Nuclear Throne in this little tiny window?
Yes.
It's like native size. Let's go. Okay, here we go. The funny thing is, I could if I set this like giant capture window here to just cover this, it'll look normal to everyone else, and they won't understand why I'm squinting so hard. But okay, play, normal, random. Okay. Man, my mouse sensitivity is different at this size, I think.
I believe that.
Oh,
Looks like you're playing as fish.
What'd you say?
You're playing as fish?
I played it as random, so yes. I got fish. Man, I'm just whipping my mouse around. It's crazy. Wah! Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that it actually did adjust the camera with my cursor. I never noticed that before. It just felt so natural before when it was full screen.
See how valuable it was to play this game? Because, yeah, the camera stretches. Rami had a nice post on Twitter the other day talking about how much of feel in Nuclear Throne is based around making the computer make mistakes. Making the computer take a second to catch up and things like that.
Oh, yeah, like, sort of like these guys, like, firing in the wrong direction and stuff like that. Yeah, no, it totally makes sense. So I was playing another game recently when I was at home called Knocked. That was kind of not very fun, but it was controlled the same way as Nuclear Throne. But the camera adjustments in response to my cursor movements were like hella distracting and really hard to work with. And so I was like, oh, well, good thing Nuclear Throne doesn't do that. And now I'm noticing, no, Nuclear Throne absolutely does that.
They're just really well-tuned.
It just does it, yeah, sensitively in some better way that I can't easily define. Oh, crap.
They are...
I am in a bad situation here.
Vlambeer as a studio is notable, if for no other reason. And they are notable for other reasons, but if it was nothing else, it would be... God, they're good at feel stuff like that.
Yeah, no, they really are. Ah! Yeah, it is a lot harder to avoid bullets and things when you can't see half of them.
Oh, Dark Flame is here. Hey, Dark Flame.
Hey, Dark Flame. I haven't seen you in a while. Or maybe you've been here, but I haven't seen you because you were super, super tiny in a tiny little window. And that's a problem I'm having lately. So something weird happened. I had a funny Twitch story. My daughter, oh, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna tell that story. That story kind of depends on me not. Yeah, never mind. This will all be cut out of our Galak-Z video, all of it.
Dark's been looking for a job.
Oh, yeah, I guess you would be. I hope that's going well. Let's see here. Okay, this prevents death once thing, I've never understood it working. I don't know how it works. Because I never noticed, I always feel like I just die when I die. Oh man, not the rats. Not out of bullets with rats. Yeah, shotguns are good against the rats because when you miss them the first time, in these tiny corridors. See, I wonder what made them just decide that a shotgun, by definition, bounced shells off the walls. Like, all shotguns, that's the defining trait of shotguns in this game. Like, everything else about them is negotiable, except they always bounce shells off the walls. Which is not a thing that real shotguns do, so it was an interesting decision. But there's even, like, entire power-ups based on that. Oh, crap. You die. Entire power-ups based on that assumption that every shotgun is going to be bouncing stuff off walls. And there's some other weapons that bounce stuff off walls, and they respond to shotgun power-ups. Like, it's just, that's what a shotgun is in this game. It's a bouncy gun.
It's an interesting choice.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I just wonder if they just sort of, like, did that with multiple guns, found it was most useful with shotguns, and then just made it true of all shotguns, and I'm dead. Let's see, well, let me see, folks. Anybody else here? Just Dark Flame so far. Okay, Dark Flame, we're playing just a little bit more of Nuclear Throne. Now I'm Crystal. Play a little bit more of this, and then we'll switch to Galak-Z. Just a minute.
Yeah. Just a minute or two.
Giving
ourselves.
Galak-Z, even just from the beginning, it's just got this whole style to it that I don't know. I feel like people shouldn't miss a thing. Kind of like that Aerosmith song. Yeah, I shouldn't end on dumb things I say.
I'm familiar with that Aerosmith song.
Yeah, but it was still a dumb thing that I said. It wasn't a dumb thing because no one gets the reference. It was a dumb thing because everyone does, and no one's thrilled about it.
Was that from
Armageddon?
Armageddon.
Yes. Which I don't think I've ever seen that movie all the way through.
Armageddon is a movie about
Oh crap.
Sending deep core oil drillers into space to blow up an asteroid.
Because being an oil driller is
harder than being an astronaut.
Yes, I love that. I love that.
Dark Flame, these are not Lego. I did just build the Lego Wall-E, and it's awesome. It's like a $50 kit. It's crazy good.
It's like, I tried to buy it. Turns out it's a $74 kit.
Oh.
At least now it is.
Okay, I got it.
Now that everyone's learned how cool it is.
Oh yeah, it was like out of stock in a lot of places. Target had it. Target was the only place I found that had it at like list price. And it's really good.
Yeah, no, I was really, I mean, normally I'm not super excited by new Lego kits when they come out, but when I saw it at Ian's desk, it was pretty ridiculous. What should I get here? Stronger attract power? Man, can you have more attract power than me? I don't know. We'll find out.
It's a joke about his charisma.
I got 18 charisma! I'm a paladin! Also, I also like Lego equipment. I apparently like to play a character who has an immunity to damage ability and then never use it. That's my strategy with Crystal, is to never do the thing that makes Crystal good.
What's her thing that makes Crystal good? You can turn.
I can turn into a giant shield and not take any damage from things, but I never do it. I never do it.
I almost like Lego better in theory than in practice. Like, I love that Lego exists, and I get it.
I love that you pluralize them without an S.
That's the official pluralization. They are Lego bricks is the full name. Lego being an adjective meaning play well.
I think play well is a verb.
It's German, so it's whatever they say it is. Or Dutch, maybe?
It's Deutsch.
It's a good American way of avoiding knowing for sure which country you're talking about.
Yes. So is this game, by the way, that we're playing, Nuclear Throne. I don't know, actually, is a game a nationality if its creator is of that nationality? Can a game be said to have a nationality?
Yes! I'm gonna say this game's Dutch.
Ow!
I would say, I only know one of the two dudes from Vlambeer, but he very much sees being Dutch as part of his identity. I mean, they met at a Dutch design school, which is like one of the Dutchest things possible. I base this on me knowing other Dutch people who also went to design school, including more than one who went to the same design school they went to.
So when you say design school, it doesn't mean video game design school. That just means design school, like you could be making logos or chairs or something.
Yeah. It's like an art school, but they're only going to teach you practical stuff.
Instead of art, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's still art, but like there's art
yeah, I know.
where you can definitely get a job with it afterward.
Yeah. Oh, frack. Yeah, I'm down to this. Oh, someone that got away back there. I thought he would come back to me at some point.
Someone joined and then left.
Because they saw that we were doing something ridiculous?
Because you're playing Tiny Nuclear Throne. And nobody's into it.
Oh, so ridiculous. Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess I should stop doing this and play a real game.
You'll be dead soon.
I really will.
This game is very hard.
I'm only down to my grenade launcher.
And you never remember to turn invincible.
Yeah. I don't even know where that went. Okay. There we go. Okay, we're done. Time to play Galak-Z.
All right. I guess we start recording like the real intro now.
Yeah, so now we're going to go play Galak-Z, which I've hidden somewhere on my desktop. Here it is. Galak-Z. Galak-Z? Galak-Z is what it is.
It is pronounced Galak-Z.
All right, here we go. It's kind of overly quiet in my headphones now. Because Nuclear Throne is so freaking loud. There we go.
Now that this might actually make the YouTube video, I'm finally going to convert this guy to the other thing that he can be.
Yeah, I might need to get him closer to the camera. I don't think anyone can see him right there. So Ian is going to be building an actual robot, by which I mean a model robot, while I play Galak-Z as an also non-actual robot.
A model robot, but technically a 1-to-1 scale model robot, given the fiction from this series.
They're actually diminutive robots?
Yeah, they're this big. They're little remote control robots.
Okay. Oh, that people... Is that the series where like, kids are like fighting in the hallways of high schools and stuff like that?
Yeah.
With robots? Okay, cool. Gotcha.
It's the name in Japanese I love is Danbal Senki, which is cardboard something or other. Because in that show they decided the most important thing would be that these were made of super good cardboard. Like the arenas they fight in are made of really good cardboard.
Oh,
These
wow.
are still made of like plastic and crap. I don't understand.
Hey, Mon Prince. When you say hi, chat people, I think you're just talking to Dark Flame because I think it's just the two of you in the chat right now. But that's totally okay.
Hey, Mon Prince.
We're gonna be playing some Galak-Z. And
So Rogue is the version that was out there originally. Arcade is a new difficulty added
for wimps.
For wimps and babies.
Should we be wimps and babies, or should we be?
I think you should play the real thing.
All right, let's do it.
To start.
Seasons 1, Long Night. Whoosh. Oh, this does feel like a old cartoon. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, the blend of 2D and 3D art there is really interesting.
Yeah. Back to work.
The classic zillions of missiles launch.
Yep.
Try juking over oncoming enemies and attacking them from behind. It's a good idea.
It's a good tip. I'll tell Jake that you liked that idea.
There may be a couple more of those jokes based around the fact that I know everybody who worked on this game. Okay, the secrets about its development. I played it for the first time like 4 years ago.
Was it as good back then?
No, it's a better game now. Dark Flame says no game sound.
Oh!
Low game sound, can't hear it. Maybe suffering from the fact that this game is not nearly as loud as the previous game.
Toggle cursor and virtual joystick aiming. Okay.
Just point the stick in the direction you want to aim.
So are you getting no game sound at all? Because I could probably up that a little bit. Let's.
They're saying low game sound.
So okay, so I can probably just raise it just slightly, and see if that makes a difference. Let me know if this seems all right. By the way, check out that pause menu.
Isn't that great?
Right? It's like I paused on VCR. Holy crap! All right. Anyway, so I use the right stick to aim around this way, but my actual aiming is done with the left stick.
Yes. Think asteroids.
Yeah. And then what am I doing next?
You've got a thruster, and you've got an on-screen indicator telling you where to go.
Where's my thruster? I don't know what my thruster is.
Check your triggers.
I have pushed every button.
Let me see for a second. I'm hoping there's not some problem later.
Could it be that I like messed it up because I switched away to control the audio and XSplit?
I think it might be. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be picking up face inputs.
Interesting. I said I had a dead stick, right?
Yeah, that's weird.
Maybe that's just the story. I'm stranded in space forever. This is a stranded in space forever. Let's see here. Reverse. So thrust. The trigger should be thrust. Peek. Missile, shoot, juke. Okay. Yeah. Do I need to just... Should I... Yeah, maybe I just messed it up by like alt-tabbing away at the just exact wrong time. Well, let's start over. See what happens.
Starting over.
This is gonna be the most exciting video.
I'm gonna have to reintroduce my robot.
I can skip it, yes. Mom Prince, I have not yet looked at your State of Decay flag idea. Oh man, I forgot to vote for the Hello Internet flag. Dang, it's a podcast I listen to. They're getting a flag, and they're doing a vote kind of to make fun of the New Zealand flag vote. And I was going to vote, and I forgot to. Hopefully my flag wins.
Are they just mocking what a bad flag New Zealand has now?
I forgot which one won, actually.
I mean, New Zealand's current flag is pretty easy to mock.
Let's calibrate that steering.
Okay.
I'm going to have you aim at the targets.
Aim at the targets. Aim down.
Just point the stick in the
Oh!
direction you want to aim.
I was trying to... Because I switched away, I didn't hear the tutorial. I was trying to aim at this.
Just point the stick in the direction you want to aim.
Okay, I am. So the last one worked.
Maybe put the triangle on each of the targets?
It is the giant triangle created by those three smaller triangles is the target. So I actually got the first one to work. This one, like it feels like my triangle is actually recoiling a little bit. And not targeting.
Huh.
Come on, Galak-Z! I've been hyped to play you! Why are you not letting me play you?
This is bizarre.
This is very frustrating. Trying one more time. So the last time, I was clearly just doing something wrong. Like, I did not understand. I alt-tabbed away during the instructions, and I didn't know what I was supposed to do, and that's why I failed the first time. The second time, I feel like it actually was not working. So, unless I'm just missing something else. So we'll see. All right.
X Squadron, report in. Y Squadron, report in.
I cannot get enough of the same dialogue.
Squadron report in. I'm the only one who survived. Identify yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the A button a bunch of times.
ATAC, I've got a dead stick.
I need you to concentrate. You're the last
His name is
one alive.
ATAC.
Yes.
Let's calibrate that steering. I'm going to have you aim at the
Calibrate that
targets.
steering.
Aim down.
Aim
So,
down.
point down.
Stick in the direction you want to aim.
Great.
Good. Aim up.
Now, point up.
Just point the stick in the direction you want to aim.
Seriously, guys?
This is... Can I hold it for a second?
Yeah. How could this... How did it work for you?
I just held it there a little longer. That's bizarre.
No, I was holding it there for a long time.
Just point the stick in the direction you want to aim.
There's something messed up
Your calibrator.
Yeah.
calibration-wise.
Test fire your lasers.
That's bizarre. Fire your lasers.
Okay, okay.
You're back. Hopefully from here, things go a little more smoothly.
Yeah.
Thruster is good.
Looks good. Remember, steering and thrusters work together. Now, your reverse thrusters.
Yeah, got it.
When using thrusters, a faint blue bubble around your ship shows the distance enemies can hear you. Looks like your controls are...
Wait. Wait, what?
Coming back online.
Are you getting a feel for the controls?
Yeah, I'm getting a feel for there being sound in space.
Well, it's remember, this is not based on real space. This is
true.
based on Saturday morning cartoon space.
That's true. This is
So-
like the Silverhawks, basically.
Yes.
Okay, I've got
Don't
it.
worry about the physics. The physics are based on things that already had their own terrible physics.
And do exactly as I say.
It's bad, right? I mean, there's no way that doesn't mean I'm screwed.
Well, you're in a narrow band of asteroids surrounded by Imperial dreadnoughts. Those rocks are probably preventing them from scanning you. There's a gap in their coverage on the far side of the belt. Make it there. and-
So, which is what's not, I think, showing up in the stream because it's covered up is that Geoffrey's being protected from those scans by the asteroids.
Okay?
Oh.
On the radio, I guess I'll trust you.
This voice on the radio is Beam, and I'm bringing you to the science vessel Axelios.
And there's a big old Imperial dreadnought.
To hope.
So because I'm in the asteroids, you can't see me.
Let's make sure your boosters
Yeah.
are functional. Just hold down boost.
Boost? Boost! Whoa.
Watch your engine temp. You have to give it time to cool down between
So
boosts.
boost is a classic. You have an engine temperature you've got to manage
Gotcha.
situation.
Yeah, are you pulling up my records?
0 confirmed kills.
Look, lady, you can confirm everything I just killed.
Okay, okay. We just haven't worked together before. Just trying to understand who you are.
So I assume that continuing to thrust is actually unnecessary. There's like a capped speed.
There is a capped speed eventually, and then you let go and you just sort of float around for a while. Thrust is really more about changing direction.
Hey, I've reached a big
In this game?
asteroid, and
Yeah, that makes
there's
sense.
definitely a cave system.
Which is actually
Dark inside.
more accurate to space than pretty much any other space thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you don't have to burn constantly to head in a direction.
Yeah, I once tried to figure out what a space game would be like if you actually did.
Like, real space physics.
Yeah. Oh, am I going the wrong way on this asteroid? Should I have gone the other way?
You should have... Yeah, there's going to be an entrance to this asteroid somewhere. And you get to fly around inside asteroid caves.
That sounds great. Is there going to be a giant snail and Minox?
There are no giant snails. I'm not going to make any promises about the presence or
Minox.
lack of Minox.
I like the one that you wouldn't make promises about is the one that's a proper name from another property. So I said, don't worry about bumping into walls and things?
Just hold both thrust buttons at once.
For walls, yes. For other hazards, do worry.
Okay. Squish. Oh.
Apparently we're doing
Your shields will absorb initial blows.
fleet to start.
You need time to recharge. Get hit while your shields are down, and you'll take permanent health damage.
Oh, permanent.
You'll see your shields represented as the blue bars.
Yes, I mean, it's very roguelike-y. Stuff is pretty permanent. The game is a harsh mistress.
A repair kit?
Good find. Your salvage unit can suck it up. Micro machines repair health you've lost in battle.
Roguelike-y being my belief that roguelike's actually a very specific genre of game. So the appropriate thing to call games that are inspired by but not roguelikes
You've got probes between you and the
is
exit. Take them out before
roguelike-y.
they report you to the destroyers.
Well, see, for me, because the word "like" is in there, I feel like it should be an intrinsically flexible category.
No, I understand why you think that. It's just that you're wrong.
Okay. But I mean, there ought to be a word
I'm out.
for all of the games that have been inspired by roguelikes and that define themselves by those similarities, despite not actually adhering to every single, feature that you would personally consider
It
intrinsic
doesn't have
to
to
the
be
roguelike
me. There
genre.
have been conferences where they've described what a roguelike is. That's not a joke.
Were they authoritative conferences that were like licensed by the board of roguelikes?
It's seriously closer to that than you'd think. Like international conferences where people, and like differing conferences coming up with slightly different lists of features and that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
My pal Reagan Burns advocates for roguelike-like.
So how
For the games that
how
you
expensive
described.
was this gigantic waste of everyone's time?
I would imagine pretty expensive.
just like-
they probably all had fun. All those dudes who were really into roguelikes hanging out
Yeah.
together.
Oh man, I mean, I can enjoy pedantry like the next person, but this, I don't know.
I would say that you enjoy pedantry more than the next person. And the fact that I bothered to correct you about that gives evidence as to where I stand on pedantry. I'm
Hold the
pro.
missile button to open the targeter. Hold the targeter over enemies to build missile locks.
Within reason.
Yeah.
Keep holding to lock on.
When it comes to categories of art, I tend to be anti-pedantry though,
Yes.
because people can be just very annoying about it. Like no, the only real form of this art is if you do this, this, and this, and so the thing you like doesn't count and is therefore not good enough. I'm just like, yeah, I think there's. I'm happier when categories are broad,
Yeah.
and people can try a lot of different stuff.
I would agree with you.
Okay, set up the beacon. Get to it and get out.
I'm mostly just having fun
Oh, yeah.
editing the stances of some friends of mine who genuinely care about this.
Yeah. Uh-oh, bad guys.
All these dreadnoughts. Beam, they're getting closer.
Well, so are you.
Stay
Oh, Montparnasse is like talking like crazy.
Looks like Imperials
Yes.
got here first.
I've been
Take
following.
him out.
Okay.
Physics made him famous. I don't know what that means.
Oh, he.
Oh, like jumping off of stuff. Game physics.
Yes.
You have Juke already, don't you? Or have they not taught you Juke?
No, I don't have Juke yet.
Okay.
Well, that went remarkably well, considering I had no idea what I was doing.
Backing up while shooting is an incredibly valuable skill to have in this game.
Wait. I keep turning around and reversing at the same time, which is the opposite of doing what I want.
Yes. That's going to take some practice. You have to steal parts.
This is the mothership, the USS Axelios. Whoa, my hair is long, and I'm happy.
Thought Montparnasse would it's like a university professor.
Yeah. Now I got a friend at Bungie who was hired because he's actually a physicist and a programmer, and that's who they wanted to be doing things like their sort of main character first person like weapon animations, like an actual physicist.
Man.
That's how much they put into Destiny's like game feel, right?
Right. That's awesome for them. They can afford to do that.
Yeah. I don't know if he's more expensive than other programmers because he's a doctorate in
Just
physics.
that
but...
they were able to wait around until they had that guy.
Yeah, well, that's true.
That alone.
5 missions in a row without dying to unlock the next season. It's actually 5 missions in a row without dying to get the next season, or I start over.
Yes. Which is more gentle than, like, a true roguelike, where it's like, no, beat it now.
After the ambush, the fleet. They're all
Okay, we're all dead. It's bleak. Only hope of survival. Fingers crossed. Getting a signal.
Telling Christina you skipped all her words.
That's Crash. Hey, Tackett.
Right.
Crash. ATAC. Axelios. All these names are ridiculous.
But again,
But I love it. In
it's
a great
very
way.
much. It's ridiculous in the exact right way. They're.
I love that the bridge opens straight into the launch bay.
Yeah. What other parts of a ship do you need?
Yeah. It feels a little bit like the Satellite of Love, actually.
Exactly who is this friend?
Mercenary mechanic.
Never trust a mercenary being.
It's one of my favorite ships.
Fine. I'll suspend my disbelief.
Wait, is that something I'm going to hit? No, okay. So purple things, I'm not going to hit.
That missile spam is one of my favorite things.
Beam's mechanic
Whoa.
friend Crash.
Is this unclear?
Oh no, Beam. I understand. I understand everything.
So I just destroyed a bunch of stuff, and I did not pick up the things they dropped, and I think they went away.
It depends. If you couldn't
Where
have
they
picked
go?
up the things they dropped,
Yeah, there
you
go.
won't.
Got him.
Like if they tend not to drop health.
What kind of person is Crash?
He's a bit of a hermit. Keeps to himself. Likes the stuff he likes.
Do you think he'll like me?
Why not?
Ow! Sharp!
Oh, that was not good. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
Did they smell bad on the outside?
So those spiky things hurt you, but the game is very systemy, so they also hurt enemies.
Oh, how did I not die? I felt like I was just ruining that whole encounter.
My memory is Mission 1's still pretty soft.
I'm got space barnacles. Or space nickels.
I'm gonna go with space barnacles.
Okay.
Space nickels just sounds like nickels that you can spend
Yes,
in space.
that's true. That doesn't sound very good.
This is what it costs to buy one of those root beer barrel candies, but in space.
Yeah.
Space nickels accounting for inflation are worth $37.
Okay, my shield just... What is that?
SOS. I need emergency extraction from this stupid kid. I've been behind an overzealous Imperial turret. My shield reactor is fried.
Ah!
Immediate assistance.
Whoa.
You will be rewarded.
The backwards flying thing is
It takes,
theoretically great.
it takes some getting used to, and then is really good. Alright. We should be talking more during this.
Yeah, but I'm so... This game is so intense, even when I'm playing
This
poorly.
game is very hard to give Geoffrey some totally deserved.
Okay, how am I not dead? This is ridiculous.
Stupid Empire broke you down.
You've got shields that regenerate.
Yeah, but it's like, I feel like I'm getting hit enough that they should be gone.
I think you're getting hit really gently for this chapter. Or this episode, rather. So a thing to note, if there's different color arrows, sometimes the smart thing to do is just walk away. Because they will take each other out.
Oh, nice. Yeah, they can't see me. I'm space dirt.
Taste the might of the Empire.
I want to be here for when something bad happens to them.
Right, pounce on the survivor.
Being bitten. Space junk. Direct hit. Receiving fire.
My guy's awful cavalier about the lives he's taking.
Yeah, you know, it suits the it's thematically consistent
Yeah.
with those shows.
Well, the guys are probably actually just popping off in escape pods every time their ship blows up.
Only in the American version.
So I think I'm going the wrong direction, but I'm amused to find out what's over here.
I think there's just an exit over there, but these levels are procedurally generated, so... Oh no, there wasn't an exit, there was just a guy to kill and some stuff to collect.
Ah, the monster!
And a monster.
You said there weren't any space slugs in here.
Was there a space slug?
I think so.
Oh, I lied.
So where's this guy I'm rescuing?
So he'll be somewhere, I don't know if you've noticed your map.
Yes, I finally did notice my
map. It's very
map.
general and quadranty.
Here's a guy. Hey, guy. What is that? Oh, is that a bad guy? I guess that's a bad guy?
That sure appears to be a bad guy.
I assumed it was my friend. Oh, crap. Part of my problem is I think that the pieces of their explosion are damaging me, and they're not.
Okay, yeah, no, those are flying to you and are valuable.
Trade for trade and a trip home to Earth.
Those are loot.
Then I'll spin up a warp beacon.
Oh, spun up a warp beacon, and I can't remember how to drive. See you later, Dark Flame.
Oh, peace. Alright, so you've spun up a warp beacon.
So that was mission 1, and I gotta do 5 of these to get a checkpoint.
Yes.
And by these, I mean things that are much harder than that was, probably.
Mostly, yeah.
Oh! Yes! We're hammering my score onto the side of my ship. That is freaking brilliant.
Yeah.
I love it.
There's a lot of presentation stuff in this game that is just beautiful. Like the pause menu that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
The score on the side of the ship.
That is amazing. People don't often spend the time to come up with stuff like that to do, you know?
It's honestly, it's a benefit of them having been such a small studio where people would find themselves in that weird situation where they're like, my skill set isn't valuable right now because I'm waiting for X to come online.
And so I'm going to do something else.
And so I'm going to do something else that adds value in a neat, subtle, silly way.
Purchase the auto fire upgrade. Okay. Buy.
So this is a big part of the game's mechanics, is this going in and buying ship upgrades. What's available changes. You can unlock new things to be available. You've got branching upgrade paths.
Left, right, to up, down to select the upgrade you want.
So you've got auto fire as an option.
And you're good to go.
Okay.
So that's, you can switch your pattern. You've got a straight ahead, and if you go up one, you've got a wider gap.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Reticulating splines! I'm playing Sims.
Man, these guys just knew, like, all the shortcuts to Geoffrey's heart, it looks like.
I've got 2 signals for you to hunt down.
Except for a ship I can control. That's the only thing I'm missing.
It's the control in this game has been very divisive.
Oh, yeah, the thing is, I think it's a good choice. I'm just bad at it.
Yeah. And it's a high... I'm going to use the designeriest term I can on this one. Skill ceiling. Design choice. It is one that says to players, we believe that you can get really good at this, and thus we expect you to do so. Like, a big part of being able to beat higher difficulties at this game...
I should not have attacked this guy.
Missiles, missiles, man.
No! No, I refuse.
You refuse to use missiles?
Because I have pride. I don't know.
It's a weird choice.
So now am I back to the previous mission?
Yeah, I believe you are back to the previous mission.
Nice. Okay, cool. Well, we're having the real Galak-Z experience here. You make one dumb move. So I was doing okay against this ship. Like, I was just sort of surviving and doing fine, and then I was like, oh, I've got to change. Like, I'm not hitting him often enough. I've got to change up what I'm doing, and then I got completely out of control. And I had no idea what I was doing. So
this is very much the kind of game where a brief moment of, yeah, I think I can take that guy out, goes badly for you.
So I went back, but I didn't.
So I think you might have beaten like episode 0.
But I don't have the money now that I had before, so I can't actually buy the auto fire.
Right.
thing.
Some things he'll sell for crash coins, which you don't have any of. But with those, you can actually come back and immediately buy stuff. But I think this might also be him telling you up front, like, this is what he's going to have in his store. You can afford shield overcharge.
Do I want that? How do I trigger it?
Lost when shields popped.
Oh, lost when...
It's just an automatic extra armor. Because you have 250 money.
And I mean, do I want to save it up, though, for some bigger thing later?
Well, what are the other options right now?
The thing I can't afford is auto fire and turbocharged.
And then what are the ones that you can't afford?
These are replenishing things that I've already got enough of.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, you came in with plenty of money to buy auto fire last time after one mission.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I think I'm gonna try without it.
All right.
Because I mean, what could go worse now?
Right. We've already established a baseline where you guys, where you die like super early on.
Yeah.
ATAC. The space ahead is crawling with bugs.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
I need you to find their cave and destroy them so the Axelios can pass safely through.
So it's weird that like episode 1 was originally saving Crash, but now episode 1 I've already got Crash, and it's just about
They've got some other.
yeah, it's some
MacGuffin.
alternate episode 1.
So that's very much how the game is designed. They try to give you just enough of a story framework to be sort of an excuse to go to a mission. It sets the setting and the types of fights that you get into, and otherwise is very procedural.
Oh, see, that would have been bad. If I bought the shield thing,
You would have just popped
I
your
would have
shields
just popped
there.
my shields and lost it, yeah. So now I know what that does.
This is very much that kind of game. Like, the first... You're not playing to win right now. You're playing to learn the game.
So one thing that drives me crazy, by the way, in the new Halo, is the fact that you do a lot of like buying something or like spending a really hard-earned resource, and then just immediately dying and losing the thing that you spent forever. And oh, that just drove me. Ah, what's going on? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm trying to talk while I'm playing this game, which is crazy. But yeah, it's like you unlock these, you open these card packs, and they've got like limited numbers of things. Sometimes they're rare, and if you use them in the game, laser upgrade. What?
Oh yeah, they can just be floating around.
How do I get?
I think you might have to break it open.
Okay. Increase tighter spread, increase shot velocity. Oh wow, it does seem more powerful.
And there are bugs.
Squish him.
But yeah, it's like
So that guy's scary.
Like a lot of times, like I'll use my I'll like unlock a ghost or something like that, and I won't. Oh crap!
You never ever want to use it.
Yeah, well, it's like if I use it, like if I ever use it, what's going to happen is there will be a tank right outside the door, and the tank will just kill me immediately. There's never a tank outside the door unless I'm using a ghost.
That was a really good use of crashing that guy into the wall.
Sort of, if it had been intentional.
It worked out, man. Take the compliment.
But yeah, it's like anytime I like use something super valuable, that's what happens. I just lose it immediately, and I'm like, so it's very frustrating. It's not like I unlocked something permanent where I'm like, oh yeah, I can just use this whenever I want to. Oh, I messed up that time. That's okay. Yeah, I don't feel bad about that because I'll use it next time and do a better job. It's like, nope, that was the only scorpion tank you'll get for the next week.
So I think
you screwed it up.
Part of the issue is that they're playing both ways. Both currencies earned over multiple playthroughs and permadeath, lose all your shit. Like, it's one thing to have permadeath, lose all your shit, where you're like, hey, I've earned 500, and they're gone if I don't win. Like,
yeah.
If I don't use this, I'm just dead, and I might as well get all the points I can for it. He's stuck, he's stuck. Missiles, Geoffrey, missiles.
That's not what I've decided missiles are for.
What are missiles for?
I don't know, big crowds of guys or something? I don't know. Do they even hit him? It's like...
Yeah, you're hitting him.
Will the missiles hit him is the question.
I believe so.
There's just so many obstacles. I don't want to waste my missiles, you know? I mean, I have to, like... Okay, what? I just suck. I got usually used to nuclear throne where I just put the crosshair on the guy, and that's aimed well.
So thrust forward a little bit toward him, and then, like, brake.
I'm the worst. There we go, that's braking.
Nice.
Well, I like that. I assume they consciously provided me with narrow hallways that I could trap those guys in.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I like that's the kind of solution you would come up with in a cartoon, like if you were the cartoon character.
Yeah.
And they had me come up with it, like, in gameplay. They didn't just, like, oh, in the cutscene, he figures out he can get him trapped in a hole. Like, no, they actually did gameplay for it. That's kind of rare and special.
It's actually something Jake and I talked about super early on in development, that for a lot of mechanics like that, they have to just force those situations.
Yeah.
Not force them, but just be like, it's really likely that the player will wind up doing what we ultimately want them to do in this situation, and we'll learn what we want them to learn.
Oh. So that's what that is. It looked like a sunrise, as far as I could tell.
But it's not a sunrise, it's a bad thing.
Alright, well, we learned something today. Back to the beginning.
We need warp crystal.
Oh,
now it's warp crystals.
You should ban Find Jackrabbit 81 real quick.
Oh man, but I'm missing out on a lot of income. Actually, I would have to alt-tab away from here. I mean, what? Who's gonna click on him, right?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah, I could, you know... Oh, I could follow him. Or I could ban him. Okay, anyway, back to the game.
I'm just...
offended by the existence of such people?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm down to 0 salvage. Oh, no, never mind. No, 250.
You always start with a little bit.
Alright, well, next. But I don't keep that upgrade that I got.
No. But again, that to me feels more okay because there's going to be some other upgrade floating around.
Yeah, that's true.
You didn't have... It's not something that you worked for across multiple sessions.
Yeah, and that's the thing, yeah, with the new Halo, it's like, if I found a sniper rifle in the world and then got killed as soon as I picked it up, that's fine. But if I earned the sniper rifle over multiple playthroughs, decided the one time when I would spawn with it, and then it's gone, that feels crappy.
Yep. It's a very different experience than life is cheap here. Things are fast and loose. You know, you use it or you lose it. Whereas in Halo, like, that's not mechanically how the game feels.
Yeah. I mean, and like, you know, I don't know. In Call of Duty, there are things you can unlock where, yeah, you can use it and screw it up, but I feel like they try really hard not to make it that way. Like, you don't have to, like if you've got a radio call-in that benefits from you know, hiding in a place and being safe because you're vulnerable during it. Usually it's a really powerful one, and if you and you basically get to decide when, you don't have to like launch it one particular life in advance. You get to, you spawn, you find out if it's safe around you, and if you feel safe, then you go and use it. It's not like all the times in Halo where I've just, started playing.
What's going on? Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah, and they're like, oh wait, there's a guy guarding the door of my base, killing everyone who comes out. Well, where did my... I lost my guy for a minute.
You had that dude on your tail real hard. So, because it's making me insane,
Yes.
if you use missiles, they will spawn more missiles.
Oh, but I feel like they're a resource, and therefore I can never use them.
It's just making me...
It's like you were watching me play Diablo. Would you really expect me to use health potions ever?
It's just like... They're there for a reason, man.
Alright, here we go.
Receiving fire. What is an amateur hour? My shields are blown.
I like the little delay before he blows up.
Yeah, that's really satisfying. I'm not saying you have to use them constantly in every fight, but
No,
like...
that's what I'm doing from now on, Ian.
Okay, fine. Good. That seems like overkill in that case.
Break an attack. Taking damage. Laters.
Like I just said, laters. I'm a pretty cool guy.
Clearly. I mean, look at your hair.
Better ships means better chance.
Bugs that hit with melee attacks are stunned for 2 seconds. Alright, cool. Got like bug repellent. So is it just the 2 enemy types throughout? Is
There
it?
are 3 enemy types.
Oh crap! So, okay, so he was spawned. I mean, sorry, stunned. Spawned?
Spawned is a video game word.
So I was correct.
Yeah. I mean, he did spawn at some point. What you said was not strictly untrue.
One less bug.
I am learning to fly backwards and shoot things without immediately
It's a really...
crashing into them, which is what I was doing every time before.
It's a really fundamental skill in this game.
I'm not saying I will never get backwards and turned around and
sure.
crash into them, but I've managed not to do it a couple times now. So I've got a different ship ability now.
Awesome. Upgrade.
Tightly packed +4 missile capacity. And it came with +4 missiles. I always like that when your capacity
It's too big.
Comes with the thing.
And collect the pieces.
Shoot the crystal.
And conversely, I always dislike when it doesn't.
Yes.
Another one down. Taking damage. Take that.
I think those guys just hit each other.
Yeah, they can and do. Oh yeah, those guys were different factions. They were fighting.
Well, they're all purple, though.
Were they all purple? Oh,
I was talking about a purple guy hitting a purple guy.
that also happens.
See ya.
The enemies have friendly fire in this game.
My shields are blown.
Oh, there was apparently a Call of Duty trailer today.
To the big boys.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see it, but I was aware it existed.
Did you
It
watch?
looked like another trailer where it's like depicting normal people in Warzone situations. It's like that's sort of become the tradition now. Wait, is there a place where I can see what my current upgrades are on my ship? I didn't actually catch what that one was.
I believe it's just in between missions, unfortunately.
I got him. Yes.
Oh crap. There's a blueprint over there.
That adds items to the game. Oh, shit!
Apparently the Doom 3 level designer put that there.
Seems likely.
This item may now be found in shops.
And that's a permanent upgrade.
So even if I lose the episode, I mean,
Even if you lose the episode, that item's not guaranteed to be found in shops.
Now I
Part of
can.
what's happening is more and more interesting items are going to show up. The game started out with like more shields, auto fire, very basic things in shops.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. I like that, actually. Give me less to think about up front when I don't know what's going on
and
yet.
You don't understand the mechanics. You don't know what the different things are, why they're good or bad.
Oh, crap!
Okay, that time I looked, you could see him.
Yeah, no, I definitely saw him peek out as it was a little bit too late for me to do anything about it. But, yeah, I think I'm starting to recognize what it looks like when one of those is there.
So you got a bug down there. Numbers popping up on the screen. This is a fun fact. Went into this game like 2 days before submission
No shields.
when it launched on PlayStation.
Wow. Okay, so... Oh, I think I actually encountered this thing before and I got involved in a battle and forgot that it was here.
I believe you just drive through it.
They said I need to hack it into pieces. I think
Oh, okay.
in the text.
Beam. Crystal pieces collected.
Copy. Return to the warp point.
So now you just head for the warp beacon.
Sure. Okay. Man. When this game is working, it like when I'm doing it right, it feels really good.
They do a really good job of giving you the right set of tools to feel like you're doing well and really cool stuff's happening.
Yeah.
Like it's
Enemy spotted.
Oh, I just did the turn around backwards inappropriately thing.
but after that you turned around backwards and fired at a guy. So if you hadn't said anything, we would have all remembered the second moment instead of the first.
Receiving fire. Shields out. Man, I wish you fought as well as you explode.
Why did I say that? I said, I wish you fought as well as you explode.
Yes.
I'm like, no I don't. I'm really glad that he explodes better than fighting.
You're a little braggy in this game.
Eh,
You know.
like I want more of a challenge, I guess, because these guys are so easy. Oh crap.
Bye-bye. I'm hit.
Outrunnable bullets are one of the great things in video games. Like, it's one of those things that's a total nonsense mechanic.
What kind of bullets did you say?
Outrunnable bullets.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's absurd.
Yeah. No one invents a weapon, a projectile weapon that moves slower than
Like,
the things they're shooting it at.
Yeah, it's total nonsense, but it's awesome and I love them.
Broke you down. Receiving fire.
I love that all of the obstacles affect the enemies just as much as me.
Yeah. It's a huge part of making a game as challenging as this feel fair, in my opinion.
Yeah, totally. Uh-oh. Things remind me of the Vux in Star Control too. They would leave these little barnacles everywhere. You get to shoot barnacles at the enemy ships to slow them down, and then kill them at their leisure.
I feel like game designers probably talk about Star Control. Developers in general, to be fair.
Yeah.
At several times the rate of the general public.
Yes. That was a very formative game in my young life. Oh. Ah!
You and your empire. Shields blown. My shields are blown. Shields are down. Recruiting. I found a human. For the empire. Taking damage. My shields are gone. Backing off. Broke you down. Yes.
I like that when the enemies, when their shields are down, they run away.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and then they come back with their shields better off. Like, I don't know. They just
No, I
they
love
feel
that.
smart.
They feel like, oh man, these guys conceivably present a threat to me. Like
They're not just there for me to kill. Like they know that their own existence is just for me to kill them.
a big part of the game, as you continue to play, becomes having fights where you go like, you know what? No to this one. And then later on, when you've gotten even better, having fights where you're like, yes, I can prey on that guy in order to earn money to use later to buy stuff from Crash.
So once I get to like through the entire season, do I then basically bank all the upgrades and stuff that I've gotten at that point, and I can go back to that?
You do in arcade. You do not in roguelike mode.
So what? But say I die in the middle of season 2.
Yes.
Do I go back to the beginning of season 2 but with no upgrades at all?
Correct.
Oh wow.
You actually, even when you beat season 1 with upgrades, you start season 2 clean.
Oh, okay.
New seasons are a clean experience every time.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Does season 2 start you clean with a better ship?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that seems like
It's one major upgrade to your ship at the beginning of season 2.
Oh, that makes sense. So, I think we're running out of time. So, but Mon Prince, I have one question, which is there an official stream tomorrow? And yes, there is. Brant and I are going to be here. Brant is going to try to survive a few sieges for the new challenge so that we can actually unlock the new the reward for this month, which is pie. We're finally getting pie into the game. It's been my goal for 2.5 years to get pie into this game, and then we were finally going to have pie.
And Geoffrey, why has that been your goal?
Because it was the first thing I noticed when I went into the forums, and everyone was asking for pie. It was kind of a joke in the forums that everyone wanted pie in the game. And I was like, you know what? I could probably, as my first act as the new designer on State of Decay, I can give you pie. And so I put pie on my agenda, and pie has been on my agenda. It turns out it was not the first act that I could perform, but it has been. I have had a pie agenda ever since, and I have finally found the opportunity to put pie in this game. So there's going to be pie starting today. Actually, like you can go get pie right now if you want to. Starting yesterday, you probably already have pie, Mon Prince. So anyway, I'm going to quit this game somehow.
All right.
How do I quit this game?
I believe...
Back to title?
Back to title.
Back to title. All right. So I will quit this game. And...
He has snow pie.
Show pie? Show pie.
Oh.
Not sure what that means.
That's how far you got.
Whoa! That's pretty cool.
It's got a cloth cape.
You know what I just realized? Do we unlock the transformation of my ship into a robot in a later season?
You do.
So that's why it was kind of a surprise that a lot of people didn't know about until somebody leaked it early or whatever. It was because...
It was announced early intentionally.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Still, that's pretty fascinating. Okay, so we have played Galak-Z. I might play more of this at home at some point. And so for later on in this week, Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time is something we definitely